am so excited to show you how to make this cute little crossbody bag. I wear it as a crossbody bag, and I put my phone in it and my little doggy poo bags, and oopsie oopsie, and I even lined it this time. So I'm going to show you how I made it and how you can make it too. Hi, I'm Benita from Benita Tatters Design, and I teach all things crochet on this channel. We may delve into a little bit of spinning and a little bit of knitting, also maybe a little bit of sewing, but today I am teaching you all about granny square crossbody bags. So let's dive into it. So this granny square is actually a free pattern. This is called the Crochet Sunburst Granny Square, and it is by Hooked by Robin. And I've got the link down below where you can go to see the directions to make this this cute little sunflower granny square. But you can also just make the regular basic little granny square that I taught you a couple of weeks ago, and I've also got the link down there for that one as well. Now the other thing is, with this pattern, it is written in US terms, but all you have to do is substitute for the single crochet, which we don't have in Australian terms, just substitute it for double crochet. So you're doing a double crochet instead of a single crochet. I might actually do a PDF pattern for you, and it will be in my members extra part. So if you are on my email list, you'll be able to access that on my website. There's a link there. You just go in, type in the password, and you'll be able to access that PDF. So I will make a note for myself and I will make you that PDF, because there are double trebles and quite a few different little things. So it's probably easier if I just convert that for you. And then if you need a tutorial, just let me know and I will make you one. And I have just used acrylic 8-ply. You don't need anything special. You can use whatever you like. It doesn't really matter. Just use the size crochet hook that goes for the yarn. So the yarn I'm using is an 8-ply, and I used a 4mm hook. That's generally what you use. And also I didn't want too many gaps, but although I did line it, so there you go. And it has this cute little join. So this cute little join, I'll show you how to do that. So then I just did a Tunisian simple stitch for the handle. The reason I did that was because it doesn't stretch. It's a lot more stable. It's a very stable stitch, and it does stretch a little bit. So I only made it quite short because it will stretch out, especially having my phone in it each day when I go for my walks. So, and I will go through how to make that. And then if you want to line it, I just sewed mine on the sewing machine. If you don't have a sewing machine, you can just sew it by hand. It's quite easy. It's not, but time wise, it did take me, oh look, I still had life as well, so it took me about a week fitting it in between everything else. It did take a few hours, and in fact it felt like the handle took the longest time, but it's, I think, just because it was the most boring part. So I just went around and did the little edging. This is the little edging that you'll need to do around each square before we can join them together. So I'll show you how to do it on this one, and then I'll show you how to join them together. So we grab our yarn and start it. So pull through and make it a stitch. So then we do 3 chain, and then we do a double crochet, single crochet if you're using American terminology. So then we're going to do 3 chain again, and we're going into the next 1 chain space with the double crochet, then 3 chain, double crochet into the 1 chain space, 3 chain, double crochet, 3 chain. So when you get to the corner, you do 2 double crochets. So you do a double crochet, then you do 3 chain, then once again you do your double crochet, and then you head off to the next side, 3 chain and a double crochet, and we'll just slip stitch into the first stitch. And then slip stitch into that 3 chain space. Now we put the right sides together, and we are going to do a double crochet. It's a little tricky because we've just turned it around. So we're going to do a double crochet into those 3 chain spaces, 3 chain, and once again we double crochet into the 3 chain spaces, 3 chain, then you go through both 3 chain spaces doing a double crochet, then you do 3 chain again, through both 3 chain spaces, double crochet, once again. So back at the corner, 3 chain, once again doing 2. Oh, actually we're at the end now. So when we get to the end, we can just finish off. So that's how we join our squares together. It's that simple. And see the pretty pattern it gives us? I really like it. I think it's pretty cute. So then basically you add your other 2 squares face down, and you do the whole process again. You do the double crochet, 3 chain into each stitch, into each 3 chain space. When you get to this, I go into the corner here, then I do another 3 chain, then I go into this corner here, then 3 chain into this corner here. So you do that all the way around, going twice, same as you did on the original row, and twice into the corner, and then you just keep going round, and then you finish off when you get up here, and that has your bag joined together. So after that, it's just a matter of sewing in your ends, but we still have to cover the handle. So I'll show you how I made the handle. So this is the top of your bag, and you crocheted together both of the sides. So now we want to join the yarn on here so we can put the handle on. So we're going to go in below, not through the 3 chain space. We're going to go below because we don't want a big gap. We want this to be a good solid join. So I just put that over my needle, over my hook, pull the yarn through, and then join a stitch. And then we can crochet over the top of that just to make it a bit more solid. So it's 1, 2, we're just pulling up stitches. 3, 4 will be in the middle, 4, then the other 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. So we want 8 stitches on our needle, on our hook. We're going to go yarn over, pull through the first one, yarn over, and then pull through 2 until you're back to the start. Through 2, through 2, through 2, through 2, all the way back to the start. Okay, that's what it looks like on the inside. Now we're going to go into this one here. So we've got our first stitch here, so we go into this second one here and pull up a loop through that vertical bar, pull up a loop, and you want to have 8. By the time you get to the end, you need to have 8. So if you haven't got 8, you've missed one somewhere. Going into all your vertical bars. On the end though, so 2, 4, 6, 7, you'll have 7. Then when you get to the end, you want to go into that first chain that you made. So once again, we make that chain on the side, then we come back through 2 stitches on each. Back through 2 until we get back to the end again. There we go. So you just continue doing that. That's all you do. I'll show you again just to make sure you understand. So we have 1 on the end, 1 stitch. Then we go into the second vertical bar and we pull up a stitch. Pull up a loop, I should say. Pull up a loop. Pull up a loop. Pull up a loop. Oh dear. Okay, so when we get to the end, we're going into that first chain we did on the previous row. We're going into here. Yarn over and pull through. So we do a chain and then we do 2. We go through 2 on the each. Go through 2 stitches each one until we get back to the start. So then that makes our little handle, and it will sit, it will curl, as you can see. So Tunisian crochet is really good at curling. But it does twist around and it just looks like a little strap, which is quite cute. So it just looks like a little strap, little curled strap. And that's how it will look. And on the inside, on the wrong side, that's how it will look. Alright, so you keep doing that until you have the length you want. Just be aware it may stretch maybe an inch or two when you start wearing it. So to end it, you just go through each vertical bar, like when you've made it as long as you want, go through each vertical bar and pull through the stitch and through the first stitch, or the stitch on your hook. So go through the vertical bar, pull through and pull through, and that's how you cast off. Go through and pull it off, and that will give you a nice edge to sew it back on to the other side of the bag. And once again here, you're going into that first chain. Then you just simply pull it out and snip it off. And there you have, that will be your handle. So then you can simply make a lining if you like, and you pop it down inside. You just measure the size of the bag and sew along the bottom and up the side, hem the top of it, slip it in and simply stitch it in. Okay, I've decided I'm going to show you how to go around the whole thing just to make it easier. Now if you were doing the crossbody bag with the 4, you just do it around the whole 4, of course. So I'll just join back into this corner space, and then I'll do 3 chain and back into the corner space. Then we do 3 chain. Now we're going back into our 3 chain spaces again. And then we're going to do another double crochet here and here. Another 3 chain. Another double crochet. So on this one, on the corner, we'll do the 2, the same as we did around the other squares, like the actual squares. And we are back at the start. So for this one, we just do a double crochet, we don't do the 2, and finish off there. So now you would need to sew in all your ends. So to sew in your ends, I have shown you in the other video, but I'll show you again. Especially when you're doing this magic ring, you really do need to sew this up, otherwise it will come undone. It will come loose and possibly undone. So just sewing around a few times, and then you can just come back. Don't go through to the right side, you're just going through the middle of your stitches. Go, and then we can just come back again to keep it. I do a little knot there as well sometimes. Sometimes I don't. It just depends how I feel. Anyway, that's sewing in your ends. So you'll need to do that with all of your ends. Then we will turn your bag in the right way, through the right way. That's on the wrong side, but it will get sewn in, obviously. Then we have a cute little bag. Now, I'm just going to show you how to put some lining in if you would like to line your little bag. So you would just cut the fabric roughly a little bit bigger because you need to do a hem on there. You just want to cut it a little bigger than it is. I'm not doing this terribly carefully, I'm afraid. Just to give you the idea on how to sew it. So putting the right sides of the material together. If you were going to sew it by hand, you would grab some cotton and a needle. Then just do a back stitch. So we're just going to go and sew around my crooked seam, there and there. This is just a rough example. I'm sure you will do yours much neater than me. I'm just trying to show you roughly how I would do it, and I'm seriously not even the neatest sewer. Hand sewing is really not something I specialize in at all, but I would like to be better at it. So please don't judge me by my hand sewing. But I just wanted to show you this so you had an idea on how to stitch it into your bag. I would sew mine on my sewing machine like I did with the other one. So you go right round and right to the end. I don't know that I really want to do this. I'm just going to quickly do this. You didn't see me do this. Shh, don't tell anyone, okay? Because this is just a gather stitch. Okay, and that's just so I can finish it off quickly. Alrighty, so then we'll finish off your stitches by just doing a couple of stitches and a tiny knot. So I just go through twice like that. and then trim that off. So the wrong side will go into the wrong side of the bag, meaning all you'll see on the inside is the right side of the bag. So you won't see any stitching. It'll just be all nice and neat like that. So you fold over the top of the bag. I actually iron and press, would normally iron it so that it's nice and neat. But I just wanted to give you a quick guide so that you know how to do this, just in case you wanted to put the lining in. Otherwise, I'm sure there's plenty of other detailed YouTubes out there for how to put lining in a bag. So I would then, this is all I do, is just, I can't even think what the stitch is called, but just stitch it a little bit to the bag and a little bit to the lining, and it will stay nice and neat. So I'm very sorry. As I said, my stitching, hand stitching is not fantastic, but hopefully that gives you an idea of how to put that little bag together to make into a crossbody bag. So thank you for watching and hanging out with me today. I hope you liked this tutorial. And please let me know if you have any questions. Just list them down in the comments and I will reply. If I didn't explain something well enough, please let me know and I will attempt to explain it better. So I love how it turned out and I hope you love how yours turns out. There are so many combinations of colors you can use, so many different types of yarn and hook sizes. Even if you use a larger hook size, it'll turn out bigger, but you will have more gaps in it. So explore, play, work out what you like. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to join my newsletter, it's down below and you can get the free PDF and everything for this pattern. And I will also link this video tutorial.